is Alid.
Hi, I'm Ian.
We are from Kids in Glass Houses and you're watching Moshcam. Reading Festival 2010. We played the Enemy stage, the second stage, just after like our second album had come out, and we'd been like away for a while. We'd done like touring in like Europe and Japan, and like our single had kind of done really well at radio while we didn't know it was happening. So we came back and did all these shows, and like we'd kind of like exploded, I guess, in the UK, and it was just like just a massive head fuck really, because like we'd played like Reading before, but we like always kind of dreamed of like having like a monumental like Reading set, and it just kind of happened out of nowhere for us, and just pretty mental really.
Yeah, same for me. Plus I threw up on stage. I was hungover.
We played with Simple Plan in Poland. I think it was Warsaw.
Ooh, yeah.
And it was in like a weird like
community centre almost.
Community centre slash gym. And there were just people setting off fireworks indoors, just starting fires, and it was
mental.
Strange. They had fun though. That's all that matters really. Then we got bought loads of shots of this blue liquid by someone I think was 12. That was good as well. She was nice. I think we could double team that.
Yeah.
Corner.
Dumb and Dumber, but yeah.
like. I like to go missing on tour quite a lot. Like leave them behind, and I'm probably the liability. Of the band,
I'd say I've matured and levelled out.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting older and stupider and making worse decisions than I was when I was 20.
It's an exponential growth of idiocy.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty stupid.
It was Slam Dunk this year.
Oh yeah.
Played London. Show was good. We were like, yeah, let's have a cheeky beer after the show. And we were like, all right, we'll all head back to the hotel. Then we all got in the van, and yeah, it was kind of a Home Alone moment. We're like, pass this to Alid, pass this to Alid, pass this to Alid. Alid's not here, Alid's not here. And then our tour manager was like, Alid! And then, yeah, got to Wolverhampton, and luckily he was there. He'd gone missing, and Def Havana had managed to fish him onto their bus and brought him to Wolverhampton.
Didn't have a voice in Wolverhampton, though, did I?
Couldn't speak, barely open your eyes. It was cool though, the show was good.
Wasn't very good actually.
At Liverpool. No, do you know?
Oh, when we went out with the boys?
Yeah, we did an interview with this guy.
God.
We did an interview with this guy at a radio station who then came to the show. And he was like, yeah, I'll show you a good time. And yeah, we had like a really good time, like partying and whatnot. And the last thing I remember is writing down band recommendations on his flatmate's arm in like eyeliner or whatever, Sharpie, and then...
Oh, he's that MCAT guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then...
I don't know if you have that in this country, but it was a legal high at the time. It's illegal now because people like us and people like that guy who was dealing it, it was labelled as plant food, and he forced us to take a lot of it.
We are not plants.
And we're not plants. And we took a lot of it,
and then, yeah, had to get picked up by our tour manager at like
9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m. somewhere in Liverpool, and then got driven to Margate, which has no phone signal. So
he's a twat, that guy.
Dislocated my arm on stage and threw it back in like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. That's
where was that?
Ireland. Yeah, sucked. Oh no, it's a recurring injury, so it's not that rock and roll. Like it came out and I just like knelt down by the drums and just smashed it back in. Carried on.
It's disgusting.
It impressed some kid in the front row. He's like, that's awesome. Signed a baby.
Signed a baby.
In Southampton, we were doing a signing in some shopping centre, and I don't think this woman knew who we were or what we were doing, but she was just like, can you sign my kid?
It was pretty fresh baby as well. It wasn't...
We used non-permanent marker though, so you know we were safe.
We didn't.
Did we not? I thought
crayon, like.
For the purposes of this, we did.
I've seen someone getting fingered That's pretty tacky, you could say.
Alan's dad beating a kid up.
Oh yeah, that happened. No, he was,
not in a bad way.
He was defending fellow moshers, my dad. We played a festival called the Bloc Party, which is like in Wales.
We're totally going to get arrested on our way out.
And this guy was being a bit of a dick in the pit. We're not even a moshy kind of band, so he was really hitting some 14-year-old girls at the time. And just flailing his arms around and kicking people and punching this guy. So my dad and Phil's dad, our drummer, manhandled him basically and forced him to the ground in a big chivalrous act. And I didn't see it, but he thought it was fucking hilarious. So
told him off, like. He was the kid that was like punching girls was being an arsehole, so totally deserved it. And he was old enough. He was old enough to take a smack, like.
Under a swing set on a beach in Swansea on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah.
Covered in burger sauce as well. No idea. I have no explanation. I remember ringing my mum and she was like, she's still angry about it to this day. I don't actually know what happened. I couldn't explain the burger sauce or the beach or the place swings. I'd rather not as well. Played a lot of kitchens in the year 2006. We were
bored. Yeah.
We didn't have an agent. That's the only thing we could get our hands on, but I think anything ever got shut down.
No, we were quite fortunate.
We have been lucky in that sense. Swiss border control once.
We've been thrown off a few university campuses by university police, if that counts.
Yeah.
Just like crashing parties and not being welcome and people crying and then us getting dragged off.
Some stuff happened that night that I'm not going to say. But
yeah, there's some stuff that we can't talk about.
We stole a curry, but out of a freezer, but that was a strange night. I'd rather leave it there.